One.
Hey y'all, Jasmine here with Houston Financial's Credit Repair, and I have Cameron, the realtor with the Realty Association, Linda Troy Smith. We finally got him on here to talk, y'all. He gonna bring all of the home buying questions y'all got. Oh, he giving himself a round of applause. Come on. We got all the credit, all the questions that you have for the home buying process. We on here to ask you. It's nothing like we're not gonna be all we're just gonna get straight to the point. We're gonna get straight to the point. So I would like for both of y'all, they pretty much know who I am. But for those of you who don't know, I'm Jasmine with Houston Financial's Credit Repair. I assist individuals with increasing their credit scores. Our company is we mainly specialize in helping individuals who are wanting to achieve home ownership. So that's the reason why I'm on here today, to kind of bring some tips, and hopefully you guys can learn from a lot that Cameron and Troy have to say today. So Cameron, you could just kind of let us know who you are.
Hey, I'm Cameron Houston with the Realty Association, and I help individuals in the process of buying or selling their properties. I help individuals with that, and that's it. Sure.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. It's with me. That's it's straight to the point. That's pretty much what I do. I help them with the home buying process, making sure it's smooth for them. It is a headache with getting into a home, so I just help individuals with that, buying or selling a home.
What is this? Okay, Troy, you can tell us a little bit who you are.
Oh, well, who I am? I'm Troy Smith. I got the bread.
Oh, he the money man.
That's it. That's all you need. That's it. I mean, well, you need my money. I want to give it to you if you qualify.
I'm trying to find the live on your page though, and I don't see it.
Say what?
I'm trying to find the live video on your page. I don't see it.
You got to go to Noti Lounge, boo-boo. And then, by the way, so we're on the Noti Lounge right now, NOTI LONGE, sharing the stage, the platform with the awesome dynamic duo couple, Jasmine, aka the credit lady, and Cam, your preferred lender. Go to the Noti Lounge, subscribe to the Noti Lounge, man, on all platforms all together. But I am the mortgage lender of this dynamic team. I'm just around with them. I'm just on for the ride. I'm on their coattail.
Okay. So,
I'm the preferred realtor. I'm the preferred realtor. I don't got the money like you, but I'm trying to get there.
Find it so you can share it.
So we got some questions. Like we've been getting some people. I see that I'm gonna have to share it out of the group.
Here, I'm gonna share it to you right now. That's all good. All right, but and if y'all want to call in and ask a question, we're only gonna be here for the next 20 minutes.
Oh yeah.
So y'all better get ready to get it in. You got credit questions, ask right now. You got real estate questions, ask right now. If you have lending questions, ask right now. This is your opportunity where you can actually do that and make it happen. Not just share it to you directly, Jasmine, just for you, home Skillet.
All right, so we got some questions. Like as far as like a lot of people been wanting to know. I know the main question that I get is about like, how much money typically does a person have to bring in order to purchase a house? Like how much they looking at?
You asking me that because that's a wide range depending on what you qualify for.
Okay, well talk
to us. So you got a minimum to bring to the table at times is about 3.5% or 3%. But you may qualify where you can actually get 100% lending based on your credit qualifications. You may qualify to get down payment assistance, depending on your income and credit as well. So that's a loaded question. So when people ask that, that comes with a loaded question with that. However, I do encourage people to do this. Do an application so you can see where you are. And that actual preferred lender like myself will be able to break those things down for you of what you actually can get. Rather you worrying about your cousin, what your mama did, what your sister used to get, what you heard about the neighbor down the street got. That's not how it worked for everybody.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what about when I know I get a lot of people. So Cameron, when it comes to like the realtor side of it, a lot of people be like, why do I need a realtor? Like, can you kind of like explain like why would they need a realtor, or what are the benefits of having one?
Well, the benefits of having a realtor is What we come in at is we help you with your home buying process. It can be stressful. We're knowledgeable about the market. We have inside information on the market. And you got to think about it. When you're going up against other realtors, let's just say you represent yourself. If you're going against other realtors, they have more knowledge than you about the market. You can get bamboozled. So it's good to have somebody on your side that's an expert in that field. For a buyer, they represent you for free. They represent your well-being. And that's pretty much why it's a good thing to have a realtor on your side, is because basically knowledge. We come through with the wealth of knowledge to help you in your home buying process, either buying or selling a home. In the selling process, we give you market updates, where your home is on the market at that time, basically giving you the best value to get your home sold fast and for the most money.
He said bamboozle. For those of you who don't know what bamboozle is.
I'm sorry, I use old terms. I'm sorry.
You went to Malcolm X on them. But Cameron, I do have a question though, right quick, Jasmine. Sorry for me to ask Cameron this, is that who actually pays for the realtor?
For a buyer, the buyer doesn't pay. We're free for the buyer. The seller pays the realtor compensation.
See, because everybody think, why I need as a buyer? They say, why I need me a real estate agent, and I'm gonna pay them my money. Well, they don't understand that so you don't really get paid by them. You get paid by the seller.
Yeah, I'm getting paid by the person who actually getting the money. The seller is the one that's paying their realtor and your realtor. So why not get a buyer's agent to represent you? That's free representation. If you had to go to court to fight a charge, I mean, I understand the about public defenders and how they're not, all that good. But in the instance, if you don't have the money and you need somebody with the legal knowledge to help you, why not get somebody who's free?
Yeah, that's a good point. So a lot of times people say, when they come to me, I know they'll say, well, what does my credit score need to be? I just need to get my credit score up enough so I can be able to purchase a home. Well, the one thing that I myself, we try to get our clients at least to a 640 credit score. Just because we know, just off of experience, like in talking to lenders and realtors, like we know that the higher the score, the better the interest rate, and it helps you as far as like how much money you're going to have to bring to the table. So at least a 640. Like, Troy, what do you think? What advice do you have? Any advice for people who want to purchase with the 580? Do you recommend that?
Well, first of all, you're not gonna get a 580 over where I'm at. If you got a 580, unfortunately, it's not happening. At one time, different FHA used to be that's the Federal Housing Authority. I think it's what FHA stands. What's sad? It's right off the top of my head. But FHA used to allow you to go down to 580 credit score, be as low as a 580 credit score at one time. Then that has now changed to a 600.
Okay,
but
which is good.
Yeah, but the lower your credit is, though, Jasmine, the more strenuous and more red tape you got to go through just to get some basic benefits.
Right.
Like, for example, it's something called debt to income, which is short for DTI. If you're DTI, which means your income you bring in, the money that you pay out for liabilities, that's how you get your debt to income ratio. If you have a 600 credit score or below a 640, your debt to income now you can't go over 43%.
And you know what? A lot of people. Oh, well, go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. You're good, but you can't go over that. Now, if you had a 640, now you can go as high as 50%. Some places let you go even higher than that, depending on who the lender is. But now you have more wiggle room and more of an opportunity to borrow more money and get more house or things of that sort, because your credit was just stronger in regards to actually getting qualified for a loan.
And I think, like, Cameron, you the mailman. Like, we got the money man, Troy. We got the mailman over here. So can you kind of like break that down as far as like, because a lot of people are like, what is DTI? But when you go into, and Troy, I think you actually broke it down for us the last time. But like when you go into like the money you make because a lot of people don't understand, even though you say DTI, they don't understand, like, what do you mean when you say that? You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen people say, well, I make the money. I don't have nothing on my credit, so I don't have collections on my credit. So what do you mean by DTI? So can you kind of like break that down?
Oh, you want me to do it or you want Cam to do it?
Cam.
Okay.
All right. DTI is, okay, let's say I'm going to use small numbers for representation. Let's say you make $1,000 in a month. Well, let's say your debt, let's say your credit score, like he said, your credit score is below a 640. So 50% is what you can't go over that 50%. Let's just say you have $500 in debt. Well, you automatically at that 50% right there. That kicks you out automatically right there. Just to use small numbers for representation, your DTI is too high. You need to take down your debt to your income. So it's the money that you make versus your debt.
I mean, like, I think at one point somebody had explained it to where, like, if you make $2,000 a month,
yeah,
right? Did you do that last time, Troy?
Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna tell you. You say you make $2,000, or we can go to the $100. Let's take $2,000, like you $2,000 a month. Your liabilities, meaning your debt that you pay. Now, this is what people gotta understand too. What liabilities are. We're not talking about your light bill. We're not talking about your TV that you have at Rent-A-Center, or if you're still open. We're not talking about your cell phone, unless that is reported to you as a negative collection. But when we talk about liabilities, we talking about stuff you pay towards your credit, like your car note.
Okay.
Towards your rent. You can do rent. Jasmine can get into that. But in regards to what reports to the credit bureaus, that's your liabilities, what you pay monthly. So if you take your credit cards, all that stuff together, and then you put it all together into one, so you make $2,000, and your liabilities are $1,000. You subtract that $1,000 from the $2,000. That now leaves you with $1,000, right? You get the $1,000. That's your net money divided by 2,000. That gives you 50% debt to income. Is that too much math for you?
Nope.
Sounds good. And how you gonna afford a $1,300 mortgage with $1,000?
Okay, and that's so. Look, here's another thing. This is how you can figure out how much what type of payment you can do. When someone says, "Hey, man, I make $2,000 a month," okay, cool. When this just going off of what they tell me, I think people say in the street, GP. I don't even know how they even say that no more. But this off GP right here. You got $2,000 a month that you bring in. You say, "Well, my credit is 700. We ain't doing nothing." Okay, cool. So let's just say, for example, the max debt to income is 45%. You just take $2,000 times 0.45. Your total bills can't be no more than $900 a month. All your bills. I'm talking about all your car note. Well, if your car note 750, you're done.
Oh, wow.
If your car note, now you tell me, because that 900 got to include the proposed payment of what you're trying to get and all your current liabilities. So if the new payment you're trying to get is $1,200 a month, well, you already knocked out because your max bill is only $900. Yep. So it makes it easy for you if you want to know how much you can afford a month, and just go by off of just a basic number of 45% debt to income. Just take how much money you make gross, the ugly, disgusting number, that big number. Take that and divide it or times it by 45.45. That will let you know what your total monthly bills, expenses can be. And then you just start deducting from that. Does that make sense, people? If it don't, let me know.
Yep.
It makes sense. Yep. They might be like me though. Ain't good with math, and it just kind of went over their head.
Well, that's why I gave you numbers to write down. So just if you make $2,000 a month, write it down. If you make $1,000 a month, write it down. If you make $9.50 an hour, times it by 40, then times it by 4. That too fast? $9. Oh, I'm using the wrong mouse. I'm sorry. $9 times 40. That's $360 a week.
Okay.
All right. Then times that by 4, because it's 4 months in a year, basically a little bit over 4 weeks in a month. Jesus, and that's $1,440. $1,440 a month is what you bring in. Just say that's what you make. Okay, cool. You say I'm looking for a 3-4 bedroom house, 2 bathroom. You done went through on HGTV. You looking at everything.
Right.
Okay, so let's find. Okay, now you say, well, how much of a payment I can do? Let's just be simple math. Troy told me 45% debt to income because you don't know if your credit good or bad. Just say 45%. You take that 1440 times 0.45. That is $648 total a month you can spend on all your bills.
Okay.
I mean, $648 a month. You said you want a 12-bedroom house. Unfortunately, you're gonna be down. You ain't getting 4 bedrooms, 12. You ain't getting all that. Your car note by itself is $350.
Yep.
So you might be $350. Now you down to $298. So now your mortgage can't be no more than $298. I don't know what they're doing at.
So what about when people say they come and they be like, about the jobs? You know what I'm saying? Like they were like, well, I work at this job right now, and I've been here for you know, they've been here for a year and they've been at the second job for only 3 months. Can they claim both of those incomes?
They can.
Okay.
This is what I'm looking for. If you're what they call a W-2 employed, or you receive wages that way with a paycheck, if you've been working for 2 years consistently, I don't care where all the jobs been, consistently on an actual job, not a temporary job. That's another conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But consistently on a job that you actually are employed at, all I need is 24 months.
Okay.
We can add all those together. You just got to be working for 2 years total. It don't matter if you work, as long as no gaps. You can add all those things together.
That's what that led me to my next question. Like a lot of people, like they quit this job or they kind of like job hop and stuff like that. So how is that like a factor into getting a house or a home loan?
Well, they job hopping?
Yeah.
I don't care.
Okay, so you don't care.
Just know you got to keep up with all that. I'm gonna need to know all of it. I'm gonna find out. This is another thing I want people to know too. You're not gonna be able to hide from me.
Mm-hmm.
If it's something that you're not disclosing with me, it's gonna come out. So when people say, "Why you need to know all?" I was talking to a guy the other day saying, "Hey man, I said, how much money do you have so we can look at down payments, or how much money do you have in the bank?" He said, "Enough."
Oh wow.
Well, this ain't the time to be worried about me being nosy. Now I'm gonna be all up in your business.
Right.
I want everything. I need the blood type. I need to know all. I need everything but the blood type. So the mortgage lender is wanting to get you the money that you need to get. We're taking the sacrifice. We're taking the chance on giving you money. So I'm going to need to know everything. So if you got $8,000 in your account, that just helps you out on how much you qualify. This ain't the time to be not wanting to be disclosed.
I think the problem with that is, and I might be wrong, I don't know, but I think what most people try to do is like they try to get the best deal possible, and there's nothing wrong with getting the best deal possible, but you have to realize like a home is a huge investment, and it's one of the biggest investment that most people make in their lives. So I think most people, they try to withhold their information because they want to make sure, like you said, they want to, oh, well, my cousin got a house and she didn't have to put nothing down, where everybody's situation is different. And so that goes back to that, like, you know, you don't withhold anything because we need to know. So I'm
gonna find out.
Yeah, because I mean, I run into that a lot simply because you will ask a person how much money they have saved or how much money they make, and they'll be like, "Oh, I make the money. Don't worry about that." It's like, okay, well, I need to know that information so I'll be able to better assess what you can afford. In my situation, I need to be able to know what price range you're in so we can start looking for houses in your price range. And then also making sure that they're getting ready for the lending process, because people like Troy is going to want to know how you are saving your money. You're not saving like a lot of people save money in cash. I used to be one of those cash money savers. I try to get them ready to let them know that you need to be saving your money in your bank account, because they're going to want to see that. They're going to want to see your statements.
What about the people who come to you, Cam, and they want to shop houses before they even go to Troy? They want to come to you and shop before they go to Troy, and he the money man. So what do you say, or what do you have? What do you want people to know about that? About like getting pre-approved before you go shopping for a house.
It's important to get pre-approved before you go shopping for a house. Simply because you don't want to go shopping for a house that's outside your price range, that you're not able to afford, and get your heart set on that home, and then anything else after that would just be mediocre. It wouldn't satisfy you. Then we'll be going to see 25, 30 homes, because anything after that is not going to hit right. So it's best to go ahead and get pre-approved through a lender first, so you can see what price range, what you actually can afford, and then you can go from there, and then we can go look at the best homes in your price range.
Right. So we see a lot of people watching. Do y'all have any questions, like anything that we didn't hit on? Because I know we kind of like bounced around, but we just really wanted to come to you and talk to you about, the process. I mean, do y'all got any questions for me, the credit lady? What credit questions do y'all have?
Well, look, first of all, at the bottom, the phone number 615-745-9438. If you got questions for it, I know it's people out there that got questions for the credit lady. I know it's someone out there that got Cam, and I know they got a question for me about getting money. Yeah. So we're not gonna be on here much longer.
Yeah, and we
go ahead.
No, I was just about to say we just want to help you. So answer them questions. Ask those questions, because we ready for you.
Well, I definitely got a question for you though, because everyone always come to me. I talk to them and say, "Hey, unfortunately, you don't meet I got someone for you. I'm not even going to downplay it. Make sure you make them feel bad. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, we couldn't get this done, but I have someone for you that you can talk to that can help you get to where you need to be." Mm-hmm. So I send them to Jasmine. And oftentimes, people always want to rush the process of credit building. And then some people have been probably burned. So, Jasmine, I'm asking you, what's the typical turnaround time to get people expectations where they need to be, and getting their credit built or stronger to be qualified for that? If they're going from a 600 and you tell me you want to get them at a 640, can they expect that in 2 weeks?
Oh, no, definitely not in 2 weeks. A lot of times, this is what I like to tell people. It's nothing that's going to happen overnight. It's just like my weight loss journey right now. You can ask Cam. I'm looking in the mirror every 2 seconds like, I look like I lost weight. It's not gonna happen that fast. It is a process. Like the turnaround time that I typically see is anywhere from 6 months to a year. Now I've had people come in my program and they finish in 3 months strong. But as we talked about with the lending process, everybody's file is different. Everybody's case is different. You may have went through a bankruptcy and the other person have not went through a bankruptcy, or you may have been divorced and you and your spouse had a whole bunch of stuff on there together that kind of, you ran into financial hardships and you just weren't able to pay it back. So everybody's situation is different. Unfortunately, it's just a process that takes time. And I'll kind of break that down to you. When we send a letter to the credit bureaus, it's not a process that goes day to day. We are going to send a letter. Like if we sent the letter today, don't expect a response anywhere from 30 to 45 days. So when we send that first letter is basically asking them for an initial investigation. So now we gotta wait 30 days until they respond back saying what they decided to do with the account, if they found, the investigation to be on our side or their side. So once they respond back 30 days later, we then have to prepare and prep for the next round of disputes with the same accounts if they did not do their job or what we wanted them to do necessarily. So it is a process. You can't rush it. You have to trust it.
I like it. Cam?
We do.
What's good?
We got a question. Oh, go ahead, Troy.
You got a question? Go ahead.
Yeah, somebody said, how many months of bank statements do you need?
Typically, we need, that's a good question. So we typically need 2 months of bank statements. So let me break this down too. You cannot take the money out of your shoebox and then say, I got the money to put it down. This ain't the mafia days. It's no longer the day where you can just take money cash. I need to show where the money came from as a banker. So I got to be able to trace the money. So if you do have cash from legitimate means, okay, deposit to your account, because we can't count that money until it's went through 2 banking cycles, 60 days. That's why we ask for 2-month statement.
Has to be a paper trail.
Has to be a paper trail. Now, this is another thing, though. If you are self-employed, though, you don't have to worry about that. Because if you're self-employed and you make cash deposits, we don't have to worry about sourcing it up to a certain level. That's a little tidbit nugget right there.
Mm-hmm. So
you dropped one then.
So what?
I said you just dropped one then.
So Kim, like what can you kind of like give your clients? Like if somebody, what would make them want to choose you? Like what can you promise? Or I won't say just promise, but like what can you offer to your clients versus another real estate agent? You know what I'm saying? Like what sets you apart?
What sets me apart is my knowledge of the market. I'm pretty updated on the market. Every single day I'm out here researching, trying to find the best deals, best locations for my potential clients. Hardworking, and my fiduciary duties, I'm here for the client. I work for you. The other real estate agents, they work for their client. So you basically have someone on your side willing to work for you and do the job and take off the stress of the home buying process off of you and put it on my shoulders and everything else. I seen a post once that said 10 things that you can do of buying the home. Contact me and I'll handle the other 9.
And he got the Birdman hand rubbed down pack. So
you so crazy. So I was about to add something, dang, and I forgot. I'm sorry.
Well, before I tell you this, before we get ready to head off here, I want to drop this nugget right here too about when you not want to disclose information. You need to be aware that you need to tell me or the lender about that bankruptcy that you have. Mm-hmm. You need to tell me about the foreclosure you may have had. Because when we run your credit, you may have a 700, right? And then you're like, man, but why didn't I get qualified? I said, but you didn't tell me you had that bankruptcy, that chapter 7 you had last year. No one's going to be mad at you. You just got to sit on the bench for a little while. You know what I'm saying? You got to sit on the bench so we can get that cleared because it got to be discharged depending on what type of product you go with. If it's one bankruptcy, it has to be discharged for at least 4 years. And it can be shorter depending on if it's it might be 2 years if you're able to actually have substantial information behind it of why. But you just got to sit down on the bench just a little bit. So you don't go without, especially for foreclosure. Now you got to sit on the bench for 7 years because you got a foreclosure on your credit. Now, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not being mean to tell you that you can't do it. My cousin got it, but do your cousin have a bankruptcy?
Right?
Yeah.
So it's okay to disclose those things and let us know so we'll know what we're going against up front. That's why you need to get a qualified pre-qualification letter before you go talk to Cameron. And if you don't, and then you talk to me, you get pre-qualified, or you can't get pre-qualified, and we let you know why, then you talk to Jasmine. This is all the circle. It's an all triangle. It just go boom, boom, boom.
Right. What about and also, I'm sorry, go ahead, Kim.
Yeah, and also doing that, getting that pre-qualification letter, it prevents you from getting your hopes up in the event that you have to wait a little bit, because you won't be going through an extra process that you didn't have to go through yet because you weren't qualified. Because when you come to me, I'm going to ask you some of those same questions that a lender is going to ask to get you ready for the lending process if you haven't did that. So why go through that step? You could already have gotten pre-approved and know that you qualified and have that letter ready. So all we will have to do is boom, boom, boom. I got this letter. This is what I qualify for. And we can start looking for homes. I'll start sending you homes and we'll go looking at homes. And it's just that simple. After that, we'll go. You find something you like, we're going to put in the offer get accepted. We're on through the rest of the process. So it makes it smoother when you get that pre-approval first.
So one last question, like what do you do when your clients say, if your clients told you that they don't want to get no inspection for the house, I don't want to get no inspection, it costs too much. What would you say?
Oh, you ask, okay. I was say you want me to answer. Okay. I highly recommend the inspection. The reason is it's not mandatory. You know, it's one of them things you can do what you want to do. But if you get that home and that home break down on day one after you pay for it, you're going to be really, really mad is one of those highly recommended things that you want to do. That and the termite inspection. These are important in the home buying process because on one side, you want to get that home and know that it's sound. It's not going to break down on you or your family. And then on the other side is you want to get that inspection because that's going to be kind of one of your only loopholes of getting out of that contract if something is wrong with their home. Because after that contract comes binding. So it's very important to get that home inspection.
Okay. Well, I appreciate both of y'all taking time out y'all busy days to come on here. I didn't have no questions. Didn't nobody have no questions for me, but hopefully we got through to some people.
No, they're coming. I appreciate you allowing me to be on the Dynamic Duo Couple podcast today.
Oh, we trio out here.
You know what I'm saying? But we appreciate it.
But y'all, if y'all have any questions, definitely don't hesitate. If you're looking to buy a house, we got the money man right here. I call him the money man because that's who we going to. We're going to Troy, the money man. And if you're looking to buy a house, he's the guy to help you get pre-approved so that you will know exactly how much you qualify for. Also, if you're looking to buy a house, we got Cameron. Now, Cameron, he gonna take care of you. Like I've seen him. Both of them, they gonna take care of you. But Cameron, he's definitely going to help you make the process smoother and make sure that he takes some of that weight, like he said, off of your shoulders. Like realtors pretty much do everything for you, so you don't have to worry about that stress of buying a home, and you're not doing it by yourself. So that's real good. And if you're not quite ready to buy a house because your credit scores, you have low credit scores, you have some things on there that you don't recognize or you kind of want to just get off, then you would contact me, Jasmine. I'm your girl with Houston Financial's Credit Repair, and we're here to assist you. We specialize in helping people like you. So if you want a consultation, comment and we'll definitely work that out for you. But I definitely appreciate both of y'all being on here today. Do y'all have anything I want to say?
Yeah, it was a pleasure being on here with y'all today. A lot of useful information. I'm patient, so it helps in my profession. My personality helps because I'm a very patient person, so I don't get rattled easy. So that's good because people will try to highball you, especially with this negotiation process. So it's a lot of things that you want to look out for.
I gotta watch out for folk like Cam. Them the one to be the crazy ones though. Low key and ching ching ching. Appreciate it, Jasmine. No, I appreciate y'all, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all a little bit. Y'all need me, let me know. Get in touch with Jasmine. We're gonna do what we need to do.
All right. See y'all later. Thank y'all. See y'all later.
All right, you too.